Wow. Okay. We really got into that that information about clogged arteries. So they're in Texas. Did that information? Did you get that? Are you with me?
Yes, yes, Dr. Truman. Can you hear
Oh,
me?
yes, I can hear you. So was that helpful?
Yes, it was.
Very good, my friend. And then remember,
Thank you.
I will do a complete health plan for you because what I do is I work on donation alone. And what I do is if you will give me a call on the telephone, or if you'll email me and ask me to create a detailed health plan and then monitor it, put you in, and I'd have my assistant call you and intake you into a program on our computer where we have all your information and we keep notes about what you're taking, when you're taking it, and we keep monitoring that. And whenever you call me on the telephone, or if you call the office and order product, they will pull up that same report and then they will notate what you said, what they said, so that we have a complete record of of your complete recovery. And anytime you call in, everybody will know who you are and what's going on. And I intake you into that system and create that health plan for you. And I ask for $100 donation a one-time donation, and I will see to it that you are helped until you get well. So that is a system. So a health plan, an individual health plan is available. And if you don't have $100, whatever you can give as a donation to keep me going here, I deeply appreciate it. That donate button, and you donate whatever you can, and as often as you can. Then I will help you anyway. If you can't, if you don't have $100 to give me to create a health plan for you, then I will I will help you anyway. But anyway, you go on that website, herbalhealthreview.com, and when you're there, you look over to the right, and it says donate. There's a donate button over there. Please press that donate button because that's what keeps this broadcast going. I get nothing from the sale of any product. I don't have sponsors, that are sending me a check at the end of the month. None of that is happening. You are my only way of keeping this going. So please go to herbalhealthreview.com and click on the donate button. And even if it's $5, I deeply appreciate it. It helps helps me to help people who have nothing and want me to help them. I help them, but I need help to help them. So help me help these people that are not able to give any kind of a donation, and so I help them anyway. So press that donate button. Make a donation, please. All right.
I'll do that. I'll do that. I'll do that. I'll do that tomorrow.
All right. That sounds like Doc Miles out there in Austin, Texas.
Yep. Georgetown, Texas.
Georgetown, Texas. And your
Yes,
clinic,
sir.
Doc Miles is a
Yes, sir.
naturopathic doctor. Folks, he is a naturopathic doctor who is a wonderful, wonderful man who really knows all about natural medicine and has all these tests he can run. And you don't even have to be there. All you do is call him up on the telephone, and Doc Miles will answer your questions. And if he needs blood analysis, he'll show you how you can do that and get him the information. And then he'll run it through his computer, and he'll come out with like an 18-page report, and he'll get to the bottom of what's going on. So if you really have a tough situation and you want to talk to Doc Miles out there in his clinic there in 25 miles outside in Austin, Texas, sorry, Georgetown, Texas,
Right.
well, then all you do is call him up on the phone, his telephone number. Call him up, 512-868-8255. 9867. That's Doc Miles, 512-868. 9867. That's a number you want to have handy in case you ever need it. And then again, the folks that manufacture lots of Doc Miles' products, that's Brittany. That's Brittany over there in Albany, Oregon. She manufactures all these products and does a wonderful job. That's what Doc Miles keeps telling me. He says she does. She makes all of the natural remedies I've created. The telephone number for the manufacturer, and she'll help you too. She'll answer your questions. She'll make sure you get helped. 541-791-8400. That's Health and Herbs in Albany, Oregon. Health and Herbs in Albany, Oregon. 541-791-8400. 541-791-8400. Okay, you have all the important numbers. You got Doc Miles' number. You got the office's number. You don't have mine. Okay, my phone number is 503-362-5899. That's right. Call me up. Talk to me. 503-362-5899. And Doc, how's your new website coming?
I'm still trying to get some stuff together so Gary can finish it up. He's also working on Shirley's website.
Wow.
I've been training Shirley, and she's trying to complete her ND, and she just bought a new company, and in this same line. We're not going to discuss that now, but
okay.
He's helping her change the sites up and everything. So anyway, we're trying to keep Gary busy, and I am keeping Brittany busy. I'm ordering, a case of my lipid support every week now.
Wow.
And I run out before I get the next shipment. It's crazy.
Yeah. That lipid support, folks. That's his liver pills that are absolutely wonderful, and Brittany makes those for him, and he can't hardly keep them in stock. So you can get some of the if you have a liver issue, and almost everybody does. I mean, hey, we're coming into allergy season. That's really when the allergies hit the liver, and the liver will let you know, how about some asthma? How about some lung congestion? How about some hay fever? It's the liver. And Doc Miles has got the best liver pills around. So you might want to call him up for some liver pills.
Yeah, I get those out of India, and Brittany makes up my lipid, my cholesterol pills.
Ah, there it is.
Yep.
The liver pills.
And they drop the cholesterol so quick, because if you take a statin drug, you're going to end up with Alzheimer's every time.
Right.
It's that dangerous. I got medical doctors using my stuff. They know better than to take that stuff, but they will prescribe it for their patients.
Yes.
Now go figure that.
You can't. It doesn't make any sense, does it? Well, so earlier, Doc, we talked about clogged arteries, and we talked about the value of the enzyme nattokinase with clogged arteries. And so we talked about that and all the other things. We talked about the clogged arteries report. And now, do you have a topic or a suggestion or an idea, or should we open up the phones to everybody?
Let's open up the phones. I mean, there's 100 things I can talk about, but let's see what
Okay.
people are.
All right. Okay. Folks, that means that if you have a topic, something you want us to talk about, like that nice lady in Texas who wanted to talk about clogged arteries, well, maybe you'd like to talk about something, or you have a testimony, or a topic, or an herb, or a remedy you want to talk about. Please press your star key 2 times. It opens up your microphone, because this is a discussion, not a lecture. This is where we all participate. We want to make sure we're talking about things you want to talk about. Please press your star key 2 times if you have a question, topic, or I guess not. Okay, people are just wanting to listen today. That's all right. You get to do that as well. See, that's your choice. But you got choices here, and the choice is to press your star key if you want to. Anytime, jump in and let us know what you'd like to talk about. And so Doc, you get to suggest a topic, or what would you like to talk about, or should I go grab some information and talk about it?
Well, if you were talking about clogged arteries, there's several ways to do that. And there's an oral chelation that is just now available as of this week. It's an old product from the early 1990s, and I sold a ton of it over the years, but I can't right now because the Texas Health Services says it has to be by prescription, which is totally stupid. They don't know the difference of a controlled substance or a supplement. Okay, that's how stupid they are. I told them to go back to school. They just walked out. So I said to them, anyway, I can't sell it right now, but it's available, and it's an oral chelation product, and you take it, 6 sets, which is 6.5 months, and I guarantee you, all the plaque and stuff is gone. It's amazing stuff. I have never seen. That's what saved my. When I was in the moldy old office and it almost killed me,
I remember that.
Oh, I almost died. It was terrible. But I took it for like 2 straight years, and then I just cleaned it up like you would not believe. And, amazing stuff. Amazing. Because, people, I had one patient several years ago that went and had his heart scan at the Austin Heart Hospital, and he had a little piece of plaque in his heart. So they said, well, you need to go see your doctor. He said, okay, I'm going there right now. So he went to my place, and he bought some chelation, and he stayed on it for 6.5 months. Then he went back down to the Austin Heart Hospital and had it scanned again. They said, wow, what happened? He said, well, I did some oral chelation. They said, that stuff doesn't work. He said, there's proof in the pudding right there. And they said, oh, my God. I couldn't believe it because they didn't know anything about it. I mean, it's medical doctors think of things that are serious and you have to do drugs. But if you clean it up with natural stuff, they just don't believe it can happen. They think drugs is the answer, period, no matter what. And the drugs are what's killing people every day. I mean, we lose a patient every 6 minutes in this country. And then doctors and hospitals kill more. So that's over 300,000 people a year that we lose because of the drugs in the hospitals and the doctors administrating drugs. And it's a crazy scenario. It's more than all the wars put together, and it gets bigger every year. Yeah. So it's crazy, So, but clogged arteries is something, if somebody don't want to go to that extreme, they can take some niacin, sustained release niacin, so they don't get a niacin flush, and take 2 of a day, 1 in the morning, 1 at night. And that niacin will knock that plaque out too, especially in the carotid arteries. And it's pretty amazing. There's a lot of neat stuff that we can do out there. That it's not rocket science. It's just normal common sense for you and I, because we live this. We know what makes things happen. We know how the body operates. We know what the body can adjust to and clean itself up, because the body heals itself. Our Maker does that, okay? All we have to do is give the body the right things for it to work with, and it will heal itself every time. It's just amazing. But get that across to some people that are so dead set on doing everything their doctor says. I had a neighbor one time, and he had a back problem. If his doctor told him to jump off the roof of his house, it'd make his back better, he'd have done it. I mean, to me, that's not very good common sense.
Yep, people are doing that. They're just doing what their doctor tells them, and their doctors and doctors are dispensing chemical drugs that do not work on the body. They poison the body over time, then they give you another drug and another drug. Pretty soon you're taking 18 drugs, and it's costing you more money than you're dipping into your retirement, if you have any, and it's gone too. It's a evil
It
system.
tickles your liver. It ruins your kidneys. It does so many things bad wrong to the body. All those drugs, the body doesn't accept the drugs. The drugs penetrate the body and make the body worse. It doesn't help the body to heal. It only puts Band-Aids on it, period. And that's just the way it works. So, anyway, bless her heart. If she needs the phone number, I don't have it with me now, but she can call me and I can get her hooked up with the, with the lady that's got the product that's now available.
Yeah.
And
yeah, please. When next time you place an order, maybe you might let her know that or send her an email. That's healthandherbs.com. Brittany at healthherbs.com. Brittany, Brittney. Brittany at healthherbs.com. You can either send her an email or I'll try to remember it. You try to remember, and I'm making a note of it also. Okay.
all right.
And somebody's calling me. Let's find out who's on the line here. Okay. Yes, hi, it's Truman.
Yes, Dr. Truman?
Yes, sir.
Hi, how are you?
Hello.
Yes, hi, how are you?
I am fine. I'm in the middle of an international broadcast that you can join over your telephone. Can I call you when the broadcast is over? Or do you have a question or a topic or something I should talk about?
Well, I have a question about, I can give you a call. I'll give you a call later.
All right, yeah. And if you'd like to join this broadcast, it's free. Would you like to join it over your computer or would you like to join it over your telephone?
The telephone will be good. Yeah.
Okay. All right. The telephone number to join over the telephone number is 503
Okay.
606 6064. That's 503 606 6064. And we'll be talking, and we can talk about your topic right there, and I can explain it to you right there if you'd like.
Okay. So 503-606-6064.
There's 503 606 6064.
Okay.
6064. Okay, brother. Bless you.
So
Shalom. Shalom. Okay. All right. Well, it looks like somebody's probably going to join us there. We have to be nimble here, so we take telephone calls. If you called me, my telephone number is 503. Oh, boy. I got so many numbers going on in my brain. 503-362-5899. That's my telephone number. My own telephone number is 503-362-5899. Wow. I have to remember all these numbers, folks. That's no fair. Okay. Doc, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, all right. That fellow may be joining us here, or either I'll just call him back after the broadcast, make sure that he gets helped. So, yes, we were talking about niacin, also a great remedy for clogged arteries. I'm glad you mentioned that because I didn't, and I'll make sure that niacin gets into that report too, because that's what I do, and that's. Folks, we do research day and night, and then somebody reminds us, of another remedy, and that happens all the time, doesn't it?
That's right.
So niacin, and then I got let's see, there's the natural chelation. Got it. Okay, I've made myself a note. I will let Brittany know about that.
Yeah, it's an oral chelation. It's not the IV chelation.
Right.
The IV chelation, it actually works, pretty well for quick service, okay? But you're not a quart low, and they're putting a quart in there in, 2.5 hours. Mm-hmm. And that hammers kidneys, okay?
Yeah.
And it's okay to get started. I tell people to go ahead and get started on that, maybe do 3 or 4 or 5 of them, and then get on to the oil. So they kick-started it, and they get on the oil chelation, stay on it for 6.5 months, because the first set lasts 5 to 6 weeks because you got to start at a low dose and then build up to the full dose, because it's pretty powerful stuff. And it's totally, totally natural, okay? But I've seen these big weightlifters coming in, oh, no, I can take a full dose starting off. And they will do that, and 2 days later they call me and said, man, that knocked me down. I can't believe that this is that powerful. I said, but it's natural, but it's designed for the body to assimilate it slowly at first, and then within 3 weeks you're at a full dose. That's the way you do it.
Right.
And so they did it. Changed their life. Okay, it's amazing stuff because it removes heavy metals, it increases circulation, it also helps with type 2 diabetes. It's a wonderful, wonderful product. We haven't talked about this yet because, you know, my student, which is almost an ND, has been in the process for the last couple of months to acquire this company and bring it to Texas, get it out of California, and bring it to Texas, and we can do justice for it here. Right. And it's just a powerful product. It's just awesome.
All right. Well, we'll be talking more about this natural oral chelation formula. That would work well with the heavy metal detox cilantro and formulation that I make.
Right. It's got all kinds of stuff in there. It's got EDTA and quite a few things in there, which is really an astounding, product. Just after all these years, I finally saw just today what's actually in the product, because it was a top secret thing. Because one of the original IV chelation doctors helped build this product many, many, many years ago, and it's just an awesome deal.
Yeah, I remember it back in the 90s, yeah. And
early 90s, yeah.
It kind of disappeared or something, but you found it.
Well, it didn't disappear. I sold a ton of it when I had my own radio show, for an hour every week. I was selling like 40 boxes a week. Mm-hmm. I mean, it was flying out there, Yeah. So I sold probably more than anybody else in the country did, and I would go with the owner to Atlanta and San Antonio and all over the place to these big health fairs, and I would speak every evening during the fair for about an hour and a half on the product, and people would just gather around, and they were just mystified about a product this good out there on the market that wasn't by prescription. So it's a good product anyway.
Great. Okay. All right. We'll be talking more about that as it becomes more available.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And I'm gonna unmute the microphone from the gentleman in area code 401 to see if he has a topic or a question. He's the one that called us, so let's find out what he may need. And I've unmuted.
Okay.
I've unmuted the mic. Okay? I have unmuted your mic in area code 401. I hear a lot of
yes.
So, do you have a question or a topic?
Yeah, a quick question I have is fibroids. Somebody I know is dealing with fibroids. Yes.
Okay, let's talk about fibroids. All right, I'm going to mute your microphone again so that we don't get any background noise. Okay. Okay.
What kind of fibroids?
Oh,
let's unmute his microphone again. Okay, your microphone is unmuted again. So, what kind of fibroids?
Well, from what I know, from what I can tell, she has the side effects is swelling of the eyes, and I think the way she speaks is, kind of hurting her a little bit, but it's really the swelling of the eyes is the issue, and it's been swollen for about a month.
Okay, so
sticking around for too long.
Okay, so we don't know exactly what kind of a fibroid it is, but we have fibroids. So
yes. Yeah.
All right. So let's go over.
Yeah, I couldn't be specific with it, but.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to mute your microphone again, and we're going to address the topic. And now we've done this before. We've addressed this topic before, and so if you went over on common conditions, if we went over on common conditions, and we went down to A, B, C, D, E, F, G. We're going to go down to fibroids. I'm going to go on the right side because it's going to go faster. And there's fibroids on the right side. And I'm clicking on fibroids. And we're going to talk about fibroids a little bit, generally, and how to get rid of them.
What about your SEIT?
I'm sorry, say again.
What about your SEIT?
The SEACT. See, there's one thing right there, is the SEACT formula, a cancer formulation that cleans up the bloodstream. Because fibroids, what we're talking about basically here, a fibroid is a tumor. It's a swelling,
Right.
or an abnormal, abnormal growth of tissues having no useful function. And if you want to follow with me, folks, I'm making a video as I speak. And in that video, I've got screen capture. And since I'm detailing this report that I created about fibroids, you can look at it while I'm reading it. You can read it at the same time. Or next week, you can go to the website, herbalhealthreview.com. And instead of clicking on common conditions and clicking on fibroids and just reading the report, you can go over to the Discoveries in Health discussion, because that's what this is. It's the Discoveries in Health broadcast. And you can click on Discoveries in Health discussions, and at the bottom is 131 videos. And there's already a video there of me talking about and teaching about fibroids. And I'm going to do it again. I'm going to make another screen capture video and describe it again for this gentleman, because he asked about it. But just know that there's already one there. So if you would like to see the video all about fibroids and show it to your friend, you go to herbalhealthreview.com and you click on common conditions. Then you go down to A, B, C, D, E, F. Go to F for fibroids and click on fibroids, and then you've got it. You're there. You're looking at the report that I'm describing right now, and the report is telling me that a tumor is a swelling or an abnormal growth of tissues having no useful function in the body. And tumors may either be benign or malignant. Benign tumors are isolated growths that can occur anywhere in the body. And that's why the doc was asking you where they are. And so it can occur anywhere in the body. They generally do not spread to other parts of the body and usually do not return after being surgically removed. Although benign tumors are generally limited to ingrowth, they usually should be removed. A small percentage of these benign tumors later become malignant, cancerous. And fibroids are benign tumors that most often occur in the uterus. And hundreds of thousands of hysterectomies are performed each year due to the presence of fibroid tumors in the uterus. Unlike benign tumors, malignant tumors are cancerous and must be treated as early as possible. They tend to spread to other parts of the body and are likely to recur after surgical removal. You take them out, they come back. So one of the things is what we would get into is a cancer protocol. Not that you have cancer, even if you don't have a malignant fibroid tumor, you would go to the cancer protocol anyway, because now you're going to prevent, you're going to clean up the bloodstream. And a cancer protocol, let's click on that, because that's where it takes us. And it goes on into, if it's a local, and it goes on by looking at this cancer report. And when you're in the cancer report, how to get rid of all cancers, breast and all cancers with that system, then you're looking at an acid alkaline diet. So it gives you that acid, so it gives you the cancer report. So you got reports within reports within reports. So you've got the complete cancer report that tells you how to clean up that bloodstream and how to get rid of those tumors like that and cancers with that type of a system. It's what it's, and I'm not prescribing, and Doc and I don't prescribe or diagnose. That's just a discussion on what has been traditionally and historically used, and it's up to you to discern what you want to do, whether you want to take a natural remedy or poison yourself with drugs. Now, so it goes on to talk about the cancer report. It goes on to talk about the acid alkaline report. So you can choose alkaline forming foods, because alkaline forming foods are going to defeat cancers. It goes on to talk about a suppository, because most of these things are a uterine, and it's a fibroid tumor in the uterus. So there's a suppository, and it tells you exactly, describes how to make this suppository and get rid of fibroid tumors in the uterus, and it works. This suppository, it goes on to describe it, is internal. You cut cotton in pieces. You get some cotton, and you cut it into pieces 2 inches by 4 inches, and you lay them out on top of each other, 2 inches by 4 inches, until you have a small pile, about 1 inch high. And you tie a string tightly around the middle, and you leave one end of the string about 10 inches long, and it's hanging out, and it's loose, because you're going to remove it in the morning. You're going to do this before bed. And then you make up this, you take a black salve. Now remember, anytime it's talking about something here, if it's talking about a report, you click on it, you see the report. If it's talking about black salve and vegetable glycerin, you click on the word black salve, you click on the word vegetable glycerin, it takes you over to where you can see the product from the manufacturer. The manufacturer is Health and Herbs in Albany, Oregon. And I do not get anything from the sale of any product. The only way I stay alive is if you press the donation button, and then maybe I'll do another broadcast. I'll be back again, as long as I get a donation now and then. And even $5 helps. And their donate button is at the right side of these reports. You'll say on herbalhealthreview.com, please press that donate button and make a donation so that I can keep doing this research, because I don't have anyone that supports me to do this. I don't get a paycheck from anyone. Nobody's paying me to do anything. I'm living on my Social Security and that donation button. That's it. So I ask if you would like me to do a health plan for you. If your friend with fibroids would like me to take her under my wing and intake all her information, I will have my assistant Alexandria call her and enter in all the information in a computer report that the office can see, that I can see, anybody who has a computer can see it, and then whenever I'm talking to you, and I know exactly what the problem is. I know when we spoke. I know what you're taking. I know what you're doing. I know how you're doing, and it's all in a report. and we intake that information, and I track it. And then I call you back whenever you want to have another consultation. But I do this all for a one-time donation. I ask for $100. If you can't make a $100 donation all at one time, I will work with you and let you spread it out. But I need to keep going here. And that's the only way I can. But I will create a health plan and track that health plan until you are well. And you know where I got that great idea to do it that way? From my dear friend, Doc Miles. Isn't that what you do, Doc?
Yes, sir. That's what I do exactly.
Yep.
You know, you won't find another naturopath or medical doctor or anybody in this country that does a one-time fee of $100 and then work with patients to help them stay well. Nobody does it, but no. I don't need to be rich. I don't need to be rich. I just need to be able to, carry on, and that's what you're doing too. And I understand that. I really understand that.
Absolutely, absolutely. So if you want to be a patient of Doc Miles and have his expert advice, $100 one time. If you and for me, same thing. And I don't know whether you take it in increments, but I would take it in increments because I have a lot of people who come to me who are very, very poor, and I will help them anyway. I will do whatever it takes to make sure that these people get help if I have to help them for nothing. And I've done that too long. And I need donations, so I had to create a system. And Doc Miles has the best system around because no one else does that. And I thought it was a wonderful way to do it. That way, people could afford it. And then if they don't have $100 all at one time, make some payments. Get me $5 this week and $5 next week, or whatever it is that you can do, so that we can keep going and help you. So anyway, go ahead.
Go ahead. What we do, Truman, we make suggestions. We don't prescribe.
There you go.
When I do the blood work and I see all the things that they need to turn their system around, I suggest certain things and suggest certain dosages based on the numbers that I'm looking at when it comes out of the computer. And when I make those suggestions, I've done it for so many years, I know exactly basically what that body is needing, and I make those suggestions. Right. And if they say, well, I just can't do that, okay, let's keep the same balance and do a little bit less and just stay with it for a little bit longer, and it's going to turn your system around. But it's only by suggestion. It's not by prescribing, because I can't prescribe.
Right, and neither can I.
I took the same oath as medical doctors: first, do no harm. I mean, I did. All naturopaths do the same thing. So we first do no harm, and we live under the same credence as all doctors in the world, but we just do it a little differently.
Absolutely, and that's so that's how we because that we're not medical doctors. Dr. Miles is a doctor of naturopathy. I am a herbal doctor, two PhDs, one in ethnobotany, one in phytotherapy. I'm a graduate master herbalist, chartered herbalist, master of herbology. I'm also an ordained minister and a certified bishop, and I love the Lord. And I know Doc Miles does too. So that's why we team up together to help people as much as we can here. And we have this broadcast every Thursday. And then you call us up and we work with you until you're well. So that's a good system, I think. And then you got go ahead.
I think too, but between you and I, you on the herbal side and me on the naturopathic medicine side, it works together. Because I use some herbs and stuff, and you use some of the stuff that I use, and we work together and we cover the whole gamut. So it works out for everybody.
Absolutely, and that's great when you've got a team of people, and then the other part of the team is the manufacturer of the black salve and the vegetable glycerin and the hard herbs and whatever we're talking about. The manufacturer also is part of your team. You call them up, and they can suggest certain herbs, certain remedies that they know about, and then you can decide, which ones and what you want to do, because you are in charge of your health, and that's the way it should be. But that telephone number for the manufacturer of all these products, 541-791-8400. 541-791-8400. So we were making this suppository, and we had this cotton, and we cut it into little strips, and they were and then we cut cotton pieces into 2 inches by 4 inches, about 1 inch, stacked them on each other, and about 1 inch high. Then we tied a string around it, and then we made this black salve and this vegetable glycerin, and we mixed 2 teaspoons of black salve and 2 teaspoons of vegetable glycerin together in a cup or a small pan. And you can use more of this mixture if you need. And you soak this cotton in this mixture, and you thoroughly soak it, and then you insert it into the vagina up to the cervix, leaving the long end of the string hanging out. Now, you wear a heavy cotton cloth, or a sanitary napkin over the vaginal opening, so the mixture will not leak onto your bed or bed clothing, and follow this procedure 5 nights weekly and before bed, and remove it each morning by pulling slightly on the string. This will draw out the infection and shrink the fibroid tumors and the ovarian cysts or other growths that are in the uterus. And fibroid tumors are known to completely disappear in 1 month. They are, and this was a case that this fibroid tumor was so large it blocked the colon, and the lady couldn't even have a bowel movement, and it was gone in a month by using that system. And we've had many people use it. Had a lady call up on the phone on this broadcast about 6 weeks ago and said, "Hey, it worked. I don't have fibroid tumors anymore." So we know it works. And oh, by the way, before you put the castor oil pack, because you also want to use a castor oil pack over the ovaries for about 4 consecutive nights per week. And before you apply the castor oil pack, you take and rub on some poke root tincture over the area. Then you put the castor oil pack over that. And that's, now you are really, then in the morning, you douche in the morning with an infusion made from equal parts of golden seal and myrrh, and you make a quart of this tea and add 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar, and this procedure is also good for chronic vaginitis and other vaginal and uterine infections. So it goes on here, and again, this report is free. It's all part of this system. When I say free, it's, once if you help us out with a donation, I would like you to avail yourself of this wonderful these reports, because I'm on the website herbalhealthreview.com. I'm looking at this report that you can be looking at right now yourself over your computer. It's herbalhealthreview.com. It's under common conditions. And then it says, you go down A, B, C, D, F for fibroids, and you're there. But it goes on. There's a lot of things that we can do. Colloidal silver water is a good thing to have. Acidophilus powder. Going through a regimen of that and making sure that your digestive tract is working very well, and that you're getting some colloidal silver water for a short period of time to make sure that we're getting rid of unnecessary bacteria, funguses, and viruses that may be plaguing the digestive tract. Also, Intramax is the greatest multiple vitamin in the world. So we would make sure and boost up the immune system and give her a great nutritional system with a liquid extract of a multiple vitamin that has over 415 all organic ingredients, liquid, half an ounce in the morning, half an ounce in the evening. Hold it in your mouth for a minute. Let it go through the cheeks, underneath the tongue, get in there sublingually. And now you got the greatest multiple vitamin in the world. And by the way, Intramax is also available for kids, and it's called Intra Kid. Greatest multiple vitamin in the world. It's a doctor's only. You cannot buy it in a health food store. No, it only comes from a doctor. That's right. Next, we have a cup of daily health tea. That's Padiarco bark. It's sweetened with a little bit of stevia leaf, so there's no real sugar in there, but it tastes good. You can add a little raw honey if you want. But then there's red clover blossoms, because red clover blossoms, when there are fibroids, well, it's considered to be one of the richest. Red clover blossoms are considered to be one of the richest sources of isoflavones, which are water-soluble chemicals that act like estrogen, known collectively as phytoestrogens, because it's from a plant. And red clover is therefore used for hot flashes and flushes, and PMS and breast enhancement, and breast health, as well as lowering cholesterol and improving uterine production and improving circulation of the blood, to help prevent osteoporosis, reduce the possibility of blood clots and arterial plaques, and limiting the development of benign prostate hyperplasia in men. So red clover blossoms. It's also a source of many valuable nutrients, including calcium, chromium, magnesium, niacin, phosphorus, potassium, thiamine, and vitamin C. Several studies about red clover blossoms of a proprietary extract of red clover, isoflavones, suggest that it may significantly reduce hot flashes in menopausal women. Also, menopause increases a woman's risk of developing osteoporosis, significant bone loss, and in some studies suggest that a proprietary extract of red clover isoflavones may slow bone loss and even boost bone mineral density in pre- and perimenopausal women. The estrogen-like effect of red clover isoflavones may be involved, and red clover also may have a direct effect by preventing the breakdown of existing bone. However, the possible bone strengthening effect has been seen in men and postmenopausal women. So this is helping men's bone density as well. Red clover blossoms is what we're reading about here in this report about fibroid tumors, and it's getting into this blood cleansing herb called red clover blossoms, and it's talking about the extract of it. And when you look at that, and if you clicked on it, you could go over and you could look at. It says 30 to 60 drops 3 times daily. And I clicked on the word red clover blossoms, and guess what it does? It's taking me over to health and herbs so I can look at that extract of number 3737 red clover blossoms. It's $10.70 an ounce, but you can get large sizes and get big discounts. So if you've got larger sizes, you get less. It's less. But anyway, yeah, it's made with red clover blossoms, structured alkaline water. Yes, sir.
Does that? You say that helps prostate too?
Yes, sir. Yeah,
the red clover.
Yes, sir. It has evidence that it's helping men as well as women, and with bone loss, and men with prostate. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for prostate enlargement, whether it's cancer or not, a lot of men have the prostate enlargement, and a lot of the times it's prostatitis, which is an infection of the prostate. But most, 50% of the men over 45 years of age have this.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Yes. So that would be helpful for that as well.